Hi, welcome to this episode of YouTube where I'm going to talk to you about how you choose what to sell as a reseller. So I am a vintage reseller. I specialise particularly in home decor and accessories, but I have tried selling all kinds of things and it's been a really interesting journey. Now the first tip is always to just start selling what you've already got at home. So go around your home, find bits and pieces that you no longer want and experiment putting them on the different platforms. So start to try out Vinted, start to try out eBay, start experimenting with Facebook Marketplace, and I will be doing episodes on each of the platforms and talking to you about the kind of pitfalls and tips and things for those platforms. But just get selling and see what you enjoy. So for example, I began selling lots and lots of clothes. And I really didn't enjoy selling clothes because I didn't like the measuring of everything. People are very quick to judge clothing rightly, and so it's easy for a piece of clothing to arrive and they don't like the fabric, they don't like the style, it doesn't quite fit them. I do have a returns policy and I have that still, and again that's another story for another episode. I didn't actually get any returns and I didn't get any complaints, but I was always in fear of getting returns and it just kind of didn't sit with me. My daughters both sell clothes and love it. My youngest, she is 15, she's home educated, she has a clothes reselling business and absolutely smashes it out the park. But her market is very niche, it's her era. The girls that are buying from her are kind of into what she's buying, they know the brands, they know the sizes. So it seemed to me, clothing, I just didn't enjoy it. So I will sell the odd item of clothing on Vinted now and again, just my own clear out stuff, but it wasn't something that I was going to go into. If you saw my other episode, I spoke about how my brother had given me some home decor pieces through his business. He's been in reselling for over 20 years. And I began to absolutely fall in love with selling home vintage decor. I am obsessed with homes. We are serial house movers. As I said in episode 1, I'm a bit of a dopamine seeker. We move house all the time. Like, I think it's like every 5 years we've had a new house. We do houses up. We've renovated. We've had big projects. We've had small projects. Home decor, vintage pieces, absolutely fill me with so much joy. The memories that they evoke, the places that they take you to. Over the years, I've gone from having very modern, almost bland homes to trying to fill homes with rich warmth, love, colour, all of that. That's just me and I love that style. And so it was a natural thing for me to try that. And initially, I have to say, I watched a few videos and saw a few bits on Instagram and I was like, oh, I'm going to sell loads of blue and white transferware because my grandma had it, like, you know, the willow pattern plates and all of that stuff. And I went out round some charity shops and car boot sales and I was leaping on blue and white transferware and then cleaning it up and selling it. But I started to realise that I genuinely didn't really enjoy that. It didn't kind of bring me enough spark and variety. I found other ceramic pieces. I found it very difficult to package. It was time consuming. Yes, you can get great returns on some of those pieces, but it's also very easy to buy the wrong thing. There's a lot of replica ironstone out there. You really need to understand the maker's marks and the stamps because it can say ironstone on it, but it won't be ironstone. And so there's a lot of kind of in-depth knowledge that you really need to be able to sell ceramics and transferware and things from the heart and to absolutely guarantee that you're selling authentic, you know, products that people who collectors are looking for. And I just didn't find that I could package it up particularly quickly. I mean, I was fine with packaging and I'll show you a pack with me video. I'll do that kind of thing for this series, but it I don't know, I just didn't really like it. However, give me metal and wood and even glass. I don't mind glassware. And now I'm interested. Like, I love wooden pieces. We've lived like in cottages and farmhouses when I was younger, and having those kind of pieces around the home bring back great memories of my dad. And we used to have an open fire, and he had all the brass, and it just, I don't know, I feel very, very connected to that stuff. So I personally prefer to sell wood, glass and metal, coppers, brasses, pewters, those kinds of things. And obviously with glass, you've still got the packaging issue, but I don't mind so much. If I don't buy lots and lots of glass, it has to be particularly special. I like, obviously, like most people, to find some nice Murano or some absolutely beautiful kind of European coloured glasses out there that are just really, really nice to have and very, very collectible. I also love artwork, absolutely joyous. People nowadays seem to struggle to source really high quality artwork. And I think if you can find nice artwork and you're happy again to be able to package that up and take care of that, make sure it's kind of dispatched correctly, then that's another great line that I particularly enjoy as well. And then interestingly, because my husband and I go to auctions a lot for sourcing and we go around car boots, I have picked up other bits and pieces to sell. Again, this is going to come in more depth in the series, but one is vintage jewellery. So I first got a huge job lot, you can see it on my Instagram, of vintage jewellery from Facebook Marketplace. I was just browsing one day, there it was, and I thought, oh, I'm going to try that. And that has been doing really well. And I love selling jewellery because it's small, it's easy to post. I also have a lot of vintage bags from the auction. Similarly, very straightforward to package up and post out. So home decor and accessories is my kind of preference. But only last month I started selling as well a load of cosmetics. And that was purely by chance. I was at an auction, a lot came up, a huge box of cosmetics. I hadn't even really noticed it or looked at it beforehand. Nobody was bidding on it. I bid on it, I won it. And when I got it home and started to actually look at what was in it, there were some really valuable cosmetics. So there's Davines Silkening shampoo, which is a tiny bottle like that. That's worth at least £22 off. Sold that on eBay for 20 quid. I think it cost me about 20p. And so very quickly, with some of the high brand cosmetics, if you know what you're looking for, you can make good fast turnaround, and they're easy to store. So that brings me to the final point, really. It's understanding what you enjoy, what you are knowledgeable about, but equally, have you got the storage space? Because if you're like me, I'm just working from home. I don't have a store. My brother does. He has a massive store full of stuff in Lancashire. His memorabilia, huge. I'm not at that point yet. Everything is stored here. So I have the utility room in our house, which is a nice size. I've got lots of cupboards, base cupboards and wall cupboards. And I can store everything really efficiently. All of my packaging and boxes are all kind of flat pack boxes that are under cupboards and under beds and things, if I'm honest, at the moment. But storage is really critical. So if you're going to start selling ceramics, like, you need a really safe place where you can keep all this and you can get to it very easily, and it's kind of not going to take over your home, because this reselling business really takes over your home. And I've got my daughter with all her clothes. She has the conservatory for a home ed and has racks of clothes in there. And I have the utility room, and in the middle of all of this is my poor husband. So yeah, you need patient family members as well, depending on whatever it is that you're going to start selling. So my tip is just try things out, experiment, sell different things. You're going to make loads of mistakes, okay? I have ended up with stuff that I've just thought, why have I got this? I'm not interested in it. I don't want to sell it. Why did I pick it up just because it was a quid or 50p at the car boot and I think I can make 10 or 15 pounds on it? Great, but not particularly strategic. So I'm much more choosy now about what I buy. Can I store it? Is it quick to clean? Is it quick to parcel up, package, send off? All of those things are important to me. We're all different. Everybody has their own taste. Go with what you love, but certainly go and try everything and see what you enjoy. I hope that was helpful for you. If you've enjoyed this episode, I would love you to subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. And also leave me a comment. Like, what do you sell? What are you interested in? What would you like to try? Other different things, you know, I'm always going to try new things. If I find stuff at the auction, I will give it a whirl if it's not things that are in my little remit at the moment, because sometimes stuff surprises you. One thing that really surprises me is curtains. Ready-made curtains, they go really well on Facebook in particular. That's for another day. All right, you take care. Thanks for watching.